yem free ho na yem consent foforo emu a na wosoafo abo ne din se wo no na wonhwe nkitahudie ho nsam so wo mai mu na dwuma no na Ghana mampanyi sade ama no maame Ursula Owusu-Ekuful abro kopie mu ewa bedwako a wototo na no animu no ene wodi tujwa wo kire se wapa onimonyamfo Collins Dauda chew na no ada wabra na Ghana mpanifo to aba eyi acha mehne niam bi antwaye wapa chew pa ya wode sa chew pa no akọ na eno na wosa ekasa na wo kire se onimo se mpanifo bi so kura pia na ma ne sesisi fom tie nei ono so twa chew pa afi wo
so mafo bekaye opepombo so me de tosonso afempinu ne aduonu ba komu a na wo ma emrase bedwafo a yato aba ayi wo no mu esoi e wo mayi mu a wo no mu nyina akohie mu e wo mrase bedwafie no na dom kuma no dom kase ne nyina wo bi enim baabi obetena ma ekowi ase no Ursula Owusu-Ekuful ekopia Collins Dauda efira konwa so na enede yi wo kopie mu e wo vetting committee animu a wo no mu etoto na no asem no Elizabeth Ofosu ajare ebusa ne kosan efa sansem no e ma ne ditu dwa se senti ekoba ne sa ne se ebra owura mu no ohu se obi edi mo baabi ane senti wo ye na adwen se wo betena baabi ne ho na Collins Dauda ebebusa ne se ko ede ne wo ye wa ha ne ni se wo betena ha e ma wo ne nya no baba ye kakra ne senti ebreduru se obi ekwakotwe akonwa efiri ne to no na odwen se e Collins Dauda ene ye ne senti ene wo sori free from ho no mu a onu so ekopia no no ne nye se wanya ne hwe ene ofiti ye a okoye ye ne nso ne nyina mu no ode chawpa akwakoma Ursula Collins Dauda.
I entered this chamber on the 7th of January and no seats were labeled, and so nobody had any idea where they were to sit. And in my estimation, it was supposed to be free seating, then anybody could sit anywhere. Incidentally, this is the same seat that I was sitting on in the House on that day. And Honorable Collins Dauda was sitting next to me. And he kept asking me, oh yeah, then what? Sorry, free, get up and leave. And I said, I'm not going anywhere.
What is the meaning of that?
That's what I'm explaining. What are you doing here? Get up and leave. And I told him that I'm not going anywhere. Since I don't see any seat in the House with my name or anybody else's name on it, I assume that anybody can sit anywhere. And this is where I choose to sit. Several other gentlemen walked up to me, pulled out the seat from the chair I was sitting on. I fell on the floor. And when I got up, I just linked it up with what he had been telling me, Honorable Collins Dauda had been telling me previous, oh yeah, then waha, sorry, free hako, oh yeah, then waha, get up and leave. And assumed that maybe, and I put it on record that subsequently I've been made to understand that my inference from his earlier comments and the unprovoked assault on me at the time were not linked, and I have apologized to him. But I was pushed to the floor, the chair was pulled from under me, and I fell to my knees right where I'm sitting. And so when I got up, instinctively I made the connection that he may have been in cahoots with the gentleman who did that. And so I said, if you are not going to let me sit on my chair, you are not going to sit on your chair as well. I'm not saying it to justify what happened.
Yeguswa ejina o my Ghana mrashe bedwafia bedwako a wono mototo aswafo yebo wo mudin ano na wadoso wono mu nsemu ansa na dibra Ghana mampanyina bo odin ye de ama wono mo nenso makwa asetena swafo wono ne yi ne so mehwa kwantempo wo nsam so empanifo toto na no ye ntie bi ma.
There were a lot of contracts awarded.
He's going to be a good politician, this guy.
November 20,
right.
Under
I can go on all night. There are so many issues to discuss, but I think we need to open it to people also who want to ask some questions. And I said, really, no statements, right?
Procurement processes have been completed.
And then a question. And any question. He is willing to answer any question. Please, Mike.
At the end of the exercise.
Okay, we'll come to you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is
awarded. As we speak now, so far as I am concerned, majority, if not all, and perhaps it may not be all, but majority of them, work resumed and are going on. With volleyball bridge, it's a different facility. It's being done through JICA. It's through a Japanese facility. The facility is available, is ready, and Honorable Abrapa is here, and it is in his constituency, and it's one project that he has been following on closely with me. The facility is there, but we needed to do the approaches, the roads, because if you don't do the approaches and build all the roads, that facility will at the end be a white elephant. So JICA and the Japanese government was insisting that that should be done by the government of Ghana, and they have made money available for the bridge itself. Fortunately, I announced that that amount has been obtained now, and Greek Development, African Development Bank, is financing that project. And within this first quarter, if I am eventually approved, is one of the projects that you see light of day within this first quarter. And Honorable Abrapa knows it. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
This is a quick follow-up before my last question. Still on those roads that have been abandoned, you did not mention Mesidam Boyem Road. It was awarded and work has started in earnest, and a letter was written to the contractor to stop work. It is one of those roads that the government never go back to the contractor to either tell him to go on or off. And for your information, that has been a den for armed robbers. Just last week, a young man was shot 3 times on that road because of its deplorable nature. What do you say to that?
Yeah, thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a very important information. If eventually I am approved, I promise that I will work closely with the Honorable Member to resolve this issue. Thank you,
Chairman, which issue we wanted for the record? I can pronounce those town names, but if Minister, she can repeat it. Okay, Chairman wants to do it, then we get
Mr. Chairman,
the Chairman do for the record.
Honorable Member is talking about.
Mr. Damboy, is that right? Does it start from Osui? Osui, Mr. Damboy, yes.
Minister, what will you do about Mesidam Boy Road, as I heard from Chairman and Honorable Ejari? Thank
you. All right.
So then my last, as the technical advisor to the President on roads, how are you going to ensure that government commits good amount of money to the road sector to ensure that our deplorable roads are fixed, especially those from the rural communities where we get both our cash and food crops like Techimano?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Government prioritizes road construction. There is no doubt about that. And it's the first time in the history of this country that a government has declared a particular year as Year of Road. It tells you, obviously, the importance government attaches to it. And His Excellency the President has even again at his latest State of the Nation address declared 2021 as Year of Roads. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to assure this committee that and the nation that government is going to work on roads, because roads are important in the scheme of transportation. Because if you take all forms of transportation, the road network constitutes almost 95 to 98%. So it's important. And the economic development of this country revolves around roads. Roads can open up the country and continue to serve as the pivot, around which all the good things around this country revolve. So government will continue to invest in road infrastructure, and this government and the president have already amply demonstrated that. That's why within the past 4 years, there has been so much work in the road sector, even though we still have to do more. I thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable nominee, we are very much aware about the Chuchuliga Sandema